New South Wales recorded 65 locally acquired cases of COVID in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. last night, and 2 new cases were acquired overseas in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. As the Premier has indicated, 28 of those individuals were infectious in the community. This is too high, and we need to see this number come down. So please stay home, don't go out. And the message that I just want to reinforce the message the Premier has given. It's important that if you have the most minimal of symptoms, you don't delay. So don't say, oh, it might just be a bit of hay fever, or it might be something, it might get better. We really want you to get tested on the first day of your symptoms. And if you have symptoms, get tested and don't go out. We are concerned that we have seen a number of people seeking healthcare at pharmacists and GPs. We're just urging you to ring ahead. And obviously, if you're sick and you need care, there should be no barrier to you getting that care. So just to reassure the community, it is fine if you need care, but we just need to bring you into your medical care in a safe way. So it's not about a barrier to you getting that care. The areas of concern, and I really need to make sure that the community is aware that the threat of COVID is everywhere. And every time you leave your house, you have to assume that the person next to you is infectious. So as you go about your getting groceries, doing those activities that you're permitted to do, it's critical that you're wearing a mask over your nose and mouth. Firmly put it on before you go entering the store, and that you do purposeful shopping to get the things that you need, and then leave as soon as possible, keeping that social distance at all times. So please, everyone has a role to play in making sure there has no opportunity for COVID to be transmitted. In terms of the areas for increased testing, Emu Plains, Cumberland, Bayside, Greenfield Park, Fairfield Heights, Smithfield, St John's Park, Canley Heights, Fairfield West, Bankstown, Condell Park, Hurstville, Roselands, Rosebery, Canterbury, Belmore, Sutherland Shire, the Georges River area, the Liverpool local government area. So those are a broad area, and they reflect where we know that there's been infectious cases in the community. There is a case in today's numbers for Emu Plains, and so who was in the community during their infectious period. The case is unlinked and under investigation. And there was also a previous case in Emu Plains the last week with no known source. So this is a concern to us. So we're asking anyone in Emu Plains to get tested, even for the most minor of symptoms. And both cases had visited the Lennox Village Shopping Centre in Emu Plains, including Woolworths. So anyone at that shopping centre itself on Saturday the 10th of July from 3:45 to 5 p.m. is a casual contact, and anyone who was in Woolworths specifically between 4 p.m. and 4:45 p.m. is a close contact. There's also an exposure that we're alerting the community to a risk at a work site at Belfrog Street in Greenacre. It's Hanson Concrete. There have been 4 cases associated with this workplace, which is located next door to D&M Asphalt, which has 9 cases associated with it. So anyone who was on the site from the 1st of July to the 13th of July is considered a close contact, must get tested and isolate since the last date of attendance. The 4 cases all worked at the site across these dates, and we are concerned that we need people to respond to this urgent request. Obviously, we're following up with the cooperation of those workplaces, but we also are alerting the community. In terms of the number of people in ICU, again, my message is this reinforces that COVID is a serious condition. We currently have 73 people admitted to hospital, 19 people in intensive care, 5 of who are ventilated. So of the 19 people in the intensive care unit, 1 is in their 20s, 1 is in their 30s, 2 are in their 40s, 5 are in their 50s, 6 are in their 60s, 3 are in their 70s, and 1 is in their 80s. So my key message is we have to work together to decrease our exposures to others. So stay at home. Do not go out unless it is absolutely required. As you're aware, we have restrictions that only one person from a household can go out per day to meet those essential needs. And also, if you've got the most minimal of symptoms, make sure that you're not the person that's doing the shopping or going to the chemist. It's important that you immediately isolate, get tested. Thank you. And we're also asking in those circumstances if other members of the household are symptomatic to get tested as well. Thank you.